Okay, Leland, so next year, at the end of 2019 or October 2019, I believe Ford will have available modem TCUs in all of its vehicles. And I believe that there's some plans to leverage this for vehicle logistics. Can you talk a bit about what you're looking to do and planning to do?
Yeah, no problem. Yes, by the end of next year for North America, all our product vehicles will have modems in there. And by the end of 2020, globally we'll have the rest of our vehicles with modems. So again, having the modems and having visibility to vehicle health data is what we're after. We're after trying to get for the plant when it leaves to the dealer, that journey to get vehicle health data. If it's low on fuel, if it's got a bad tire, flat tire, no start condition for the battery, we're able to kind of control or see that ahead of time and be proactive for the maintenance before it gets delivered or the next handoff. That'll help increase our predictability on the ETA, so that if we've decided or given the dealer a ETA and now that it changes because it needs some maintenance on it, we can change that dynamic ETA and give them that information. And the other thing is it will be proactive and it'll speed up the maintenance process of it.
Mm-hmm. So what are some of the examples of vehicle health and data that you particularly want to capture, and what do you see as the real value that will bring?
Basically, and we've been working with the AIG and other OEMs, and globally we hear the same thing. So basically, there's probably 8 different initial points we want to go with. VIN number is very important. The odometer, the mileage or kilometer that's on the vehicle. Fuel, battery status, tire. We even got oil on there from that perspective. So the vehicle health status is the first initial basic ones we'd like to go after. Eventually, maybe there's a second phase where we're able to get more of the custodial driving performance after it's been handed off to a provider, and that may encompass speed rate, throughout a certain area. Could also involve are they using their seat belt? Are they engaging this emergency brake when needed? So there's different kind of custodial performances that they could see again. So.
Yeah, fantastic. So what are the next key steps for Ford now to start making this happen? This technology is on the way. Yeah. But what do we need to see happen to get this in place?
So again, internal to Ford, we still have legacy systems from the shipping standpoint. So we definitely have technology out there that we've geared toward the consumer and using the cloud out there. We now have to be able to get that data in the correct API format so that our other systems can be able to use that. And it's not only from a shipping standpoint. Maybe our Ford dealer reps want to see the same type of data. So we've got multiple legacy systems that we have to get aligned and kind of see the data from an internal perspective.
And have you started the process of working with other OEMs to dialogue about the standards and what we should be sharing?
Yeah, outside of Ford, definitely through the AIG, we started in May of this year. I think there's probably 5 of the OEMs together. Ford is a participant of it. We've got myself from an operations standpoint, and we've also enlisted our IT folks to make sure that we have the standards that the right folks are developing it and discussing it out, and hopefully aligning with the other OEMs and getting more participation in, we can get that industry standard set out there.
Mm-hmm. And so this is really something that we're looking for more participation from OEMs.
Correct. We definitely, because we as OEMs use a shared network, a distribution network, where we don't own the rail cars, the haul-away. Any disruption among the network to us impacts all of us. So collaborating together with all our OEMs with this shared network is why we're vested in it, to get more participation and input by our other OEMs.
And at what stage do you see working with logistics providers, the carriers and rail companies as well, to establish these standards?
Yeah, so definitely with the AIG, that's our second phase. Once our OEMs can kind of circle the wagons, establish their standards, have an idea what it is, we plan on inviting the providers to come in and discuss it out, and there may be something that we may have missed from that perspective, so that way we can at least align with them, get that out, and before we finalize the final standard that's out there.
And maybe a last question, the ETA that you kind of work with now, what is the kind of range and accuracy of that, and how do you see that potentially evolving?
For the last 2 years, our operational team has been working on what we call a global track and trace, and we've enlisted all our providers to submit certain key milestones when the vehicle is in their possession. We've asked them to transmit within 5 minutes of that time, so that kind of gives you a time sense of whether it's real time. So again, globally, that's how we're going with our track and trace system.
Yeah. Okay, well, this is obviously an interesting project, and we look forward to catching up with you as it develops further.
All right.
Thank you, Leland. Thank you.
All right. Thanks.